Welcome to the Polytopian Interviewer, where I interview people on their experiences and views on the Polytopia Discord community. I have Snowstorm with me today. How are you?
Hello there. I'm doing pretty good.
Since you're the head of the Mallards, what are some of your responsibilities as the team co-leader?
I'd say being a leader is about managing the team, make sure everyone's doing well, looking at all the game channels and such.
Hmm.
Also, making sure that the rules are nice. Drakes have had little problems with timeouts, so we made new rules, and we're gonna hope that works.
Yeah, for a brief while on my team, quite a bit of people were timing out. So sounds like about every team has to deal with that.
Yeah, I heard Dynamite's timing out too. I don't know about the other teams.
Would you mind sharing how you got the co-leader position?
I sort of asked. I kind of just suggested, "Oh, hey guys, we only have like two co-leaders." And then somebody else is like, "Are you suggesting yourself?" And then I'm like, sure." And that's basically how I became co-leader. Yeah, I did kind of want it, but I didn't want to ask directly. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense for me because I manage the server myself, and if people would directly ask for a moderator, there would be no way that I would give it to them.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound too like power grabby.
Yeah, there was one server where I was like, "What are you guys doing? We need to come on, let's shape up, let's do this." And oh, I'm admin. Okay. Anyways, so what would be the most challenging part of being the head of such a large flock?
I mean, we have a lot of drakes, but as you probably know, there's barely any mallards. Like, there's only five of us.
Oh,
Frenchie, he's only playing like one or two season games. But I mean, it's not that hard because we don't have a lot of people. But also, not a lot of people are as active as me, so I can.
hmm.
It's easy to manage them when I'm always on.
So are you actively recruiting then?
I am trying to recruit. I haven't directly recruited, but I've been part of the recruiting process that we're doing.
Okay. How does the recruiting process usually work?
From what I know, we look at the Nova game channels, and then we see the communication, how a person is playing. Then we've been looking at activity. We're having problems with that, as you know. So yeah, we reach out to the person if we want them. Make sure that they want to be on our team. We don't want to grab somebody that doesn't want to be on our team.
Yeah.
Like the boss draft. We really wanted him, but he wanted Jets more, so
Hmm.
we just let him go.
So would you say you'd look more at communication than just poly yellow? Like poly yellow is nice, but communication is a lot more
Uh,
heavy.
yeah, recently it's been like a lot more, can this person communicate well? Are they active enough? Instead of just like elo and skill. Because I mean, we can teach them, but we just need them to be there taught, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, certainly. In my experience, I kept losing game after game because either the person didn't really communicate with me, or we were communicating but we had bad spawns. And that's what usually happened with me. Yet I still managed to get on a team. So, what would you say is your favorite part about the Mallards?
I guess just chatting with everyone. I've never been or done something like this before. I've never reached out and talked to so many people. It's like really cool talking to people in Asia, people in Europe, people in South America. It's really cool that it's this worldwide community that we have. I'm part of the team. We all have a common goal. It's very cool.
Hmm. Yeah, even a small sliver of the community is from a lot of different parts of the world.
Yeah.
What is your most memorable team game you ever played, and why?
My most memorable team game is for a bad reason. In season 8, I was a junior, but I was able to play in a week 2 game against the Bombers. I don't know if you know this, but the Bombers, they kicked me at some point, and
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
yeah, I have the link somewhere. So they kicked me, and I had a 1.5 hour argument.
Well,
Season 8
shouldn't you
talk.
break your own rules?
I don't know. I was really mad because I was really looking forward to playing the senior game.
Hmm.
Like, some people stood up for me, a lot of people were against me, but it's all in the past now. And we eventually lost that game, but that's not the point.
Yeah, things happen. I noticed you were in the Polytopia Giants League. Would you be able to share some of your experiences in it?
Yeah, I've never been in the Giants League before, but this Steam tournament, I thought that was really cool. It's just a group of 8 just playing against each other in a free-for-all with a chat. I think I'm in one of the most active groups, and it's really cool to like talk with people in the free-for-all, like picking different tribes, lots of different play styles.
Hopefully not getting destroyed by turn 3.
Yeah, a lot of people picked Vengir, which I now realize was actually a decent pick. I
Hmm.
usually pick Polaris or Imperius.
Polaris is very tricky for a free-for-all with lots of players. They need time to build up.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't do so well as Polaris. Though one game I could be doing well. I don't know, we're not that far yet.
Okay. Would you be able to tell me some key differences between Polyladder and Polymasters?
Polymasters, I think it's on hold right now, I believe. But it's a 1v1 league where there's different seasons and different groups. But that's different from Polyladder because Polyladder is going to now be games once a week, and it's just going to be like forever ongoing season. You win a
Okay.
game, you go up the ladder. You lose 2 games, you go down the ladder. You can only face people on your run, as the levels are called.
Yeah, I'm in it. I just really haven't participated at all and knew a bit about it, but that's as far as I got with it.
Yeah, I think Polyladder will be really fun because Lego Rouge just got the bot set up. So now it's going to be like everything's automated. They were having a problem with before.
That sounds like it's a lot more efficient.
Yeah, it's on hold right now. I was saying that they don't have a bot that automates things, so it's not like humans in spreadsheets. Well, Polyladder will have a bot that automates it, which will make it a lot easier and efficient.
Hmm. Most skilled players are typically part of the IMO tribe, like eSpark. You're part of Polaris. What's your reasoning for that?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that AIMO was the most skilled tribe. On main, I just picked Polaris because that's my favorite tribe. It'd be odd with a name like I have. But I just like Polaris and it's quite cool.
So you don't plan on changing your main tribe anytime soon?
Not at all. I freeze off into the sunset.
So would you say you spend more time on polychamps than the other Polytopia servers? Especially since you're a
Uh,
team co-leader?
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm very active. I am the most active on my team, and I'm pretty active in polychamps. I don't talk on main much, just to get matches for global elo basically now.
Hmm.
I mean, poly champions, it's more of a challenge than main, even though I can get hard people to face on main. It's nothing compared to poly champions.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, like the players are more serious there, but they're not full on tryhards. Like, they don't time out much. Only a few players do, but like on main, people, they're not as serious if you're playing the lower elo. You have to get a higher elo and face higher elo opponents to have a good game.
Alright, so you made it clear that you love Polaris. What would be your least favorite tribe?
I want to say Aquarion because they're terrible, but like if you're playing against them in the past turn 15, they're ready to try dungeon spam.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most annoying thing ever because it's such a powerful spam and it's so hard to counter. And most of the times you don't win against that unless you have 2/3 of the map. Yeah, I was playing some games recently. I was trying to find games without Bardo or Luxor, so it's a turn 0 ban. I played as Hoodrick. I faced Call Me Susan, and they were Aquarion, and I'm like, oh crap, this is a great player, and I'm playing as Aquarion. But luckily, Hoodrick has so many forests. Did I get trade? I don't remember, but I think I got trade because I knew the battle would be hard and I needed a lot of stars. I eventually just pushed through with a lot of battleships and was able to take a few of their cities, and then they resigned. I think they definitely could have beaten me back eventually, but I guess some people don't want to play such a long game like that.
Well, if you have trade and your Hoodrick with lots of forest, theoretically then you can just increase your economy to where you can afford to buy a bunch of battleships to their Tridentians, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't getting anywhere because it was an odd land generation where if I put anything by the capital, it would just get killed immediately, even giants. They had so many Tridentians around their capital.
Oh, wow.
But I was getting a bit of the rest of the map, so I think that's why they resigned, because I had like 2 cities by their capital, but I couldn't get any battleships near that to come in for support, and I couldn't spawn any knights because it was their territory, their landmass.
Mm-hmm.
It was odd, but I was able to win that. I was really scared that I would just get sideswiped somewhere and just start losing cities left and right.
Yeah, that reminds me of quite a few games that I played myself where I was slowly expanding still and they weren't. Eventually they resigned. So what would you say your favorite unit is?
I want to say the Gammy. It's very nice.
Freezing everything?
Yeah, I talked to one of my friends and he's like, that's so OP. Why is that in the game? I mean, it's not that hard to count. You just need 4 knights or just ranged units, and you can usually get them down.
Yeah, like
Or another
catapults.
Gammy, that's also a possibility.
Yeah, if it's a mirror. Before Moonrise, that
Yeah.
wasn't possible.
Yeah, I guess before it would be OP, but now there's mirrors. I just find it really cool. It has good attack, good defense. That's a really good ability. You can get Polarism so it can skate. That's a really good movement for a super unit.
Yes, I definitely agree, where it can skate across the ice because there's no water.
Yeah,
So, what is your least favorite tribe?
you already asked that. It was a
Oh,
great.
sorry, least favorite unit.
Oh, Lisa unit. Swordsmen are really annoying sometimes. It's either Tridentian or Swordsman. Because Swordsmen, I really like them, but when I'm starting to Knight spam, and then the opponent just gets Swordsman, then the Knight spam is really hard. Then they eventually get Knight, and then they Swordsman and Knight spam me, and I die before I can get Swordsman, because I haven't been
No.
going the climbing route. Then Tridentian, so I said that before. There's such a good unit that they're so annoying to play against. Not many people play Aquarium. Like, I don't, because their spawn is just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it has such good payoff in the end.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do the rework of Aquarian soon.
Yeah, Zoethus did mention something about that a few days ago.
How many games are you usually in at once?
I'd say around 20 to 30. Probably quite a lot. I remember when I was in Nova, I played so many games that I was at the top of the recent activity at 100 games on polychamps. I was just very active. I've been playing this game for years. I just recently, 7 months ago, is when I got into the multiplayer. And I'm like, what? There's a whole community? And I've been playing for like 3 years before that. And I never noticed before. It's just really cool to play with other people and like talk about it.
I never realized how similar of backgrounds we had. I've been playing for about 3 or 4 years, and then about 7 months ago, I came in the multiplayer.
Oh, interesting.
Except instead of being a team leader, I chose to make my own server. That's just cool, in my opinion.
I don't think I could run a server. I can be a co-leader of a team, but I can't run and make a server.
But team co-leader is still a pretty significant role that not a lot of people achieve.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't that hard for me since I'm just so active. I've been complimented as co-leader, but I don't find it that hard. But I think managing a whole server would be hard because there's just so many people.
Is it okay if I tell you the opposite perspective on you?
Sure.
Alright, so you're going along looking for games. There's this Snowstorm that already has like 1250 ELO, and they're already getting pretty high up. They're playing lots of games. You are like 1050. Probably do not want to go against that guy and get your butt kicked. So avoid. That's what I did.
Wait, did we face off at some point?
No, I don't really think so. It wasn't until later if we did. Because ELO difference.
I think I only had a high ELO because I was playing so many games.
Yeah, I used to be in a bunch of games, but then I transitioned to unranked because almost every ranked game I played, I lost. And it's still funny to this day. Oh, let's play some ranked games. I lose. Well, shoot.
Oh, that sucks. I have the opposite viewpoint. Like, I've always played ranked, and I'm just sad if I play unranked. I don't know why, but I guess the thought of gaining Elo is more powerful than the thought of losing Elo.
Yeah. It's not a big deal for me because since I run a server that specializes in unranked games, if I play unranked games with people, I might be able to find more players. Also, it's a bit less frustrating when I lose an unranked game. I don't lose any ELO. Yay!
Yeah.
Especially if it's against a newer player.
I just like playing ranked because I can gain Elo.
Yeah, you know Disco, right?
Yeah, Disco on Flames, I'm pretty sure.
He got it up to like 1400 ELO before the reset.
Yeah, he has a lot of Elo now, I believe.
Yeah, not nearly as much as he used to yet.
Yeah, but still like top 30 or something.
Oh, I didn't check.
Exactly. I didn't check either.
Okay. Well, I'll just take your word for it and check later. I'm not high on the list because I'm a whopping like 1037. But
I think Disco got really good because at the start I didn't think too much of him. I think he's a really good player. Yeah, he's 27th globally.
Well, can't wait to interview him now. I have an interview with him set up. So, what would you say is your favorite part of the Polytopia community as a whole?
I just like facing other people because I went so long without doing that, but now I do it like every day, and I haven't gotten bored of it because it's like a new game every time, different play styles, different maps, different people. It's really nice, and I like Polytopia related things like these challenges and stuff. Oh, I could try that to get better. And then when I see somebody that has 112 stars per turn on turn 10, and I'm like, nah.
Hmm. A really good spawn, maybe? With whales?
Actually, not with whales. It's barter dry land.
Oh, lots of chopping.
Yeah, it was Pew Q who got the record, I believe. I think that challenge spread the chopping rider rush strats.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't really know it existed until recently, and then, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it works well. Though I don't think I'm that good at it, but I don't know.
Personally, my view on it is it's a bit too aggressive because the game's on hold due to one player being active. It's a 2v2, and almost everyone except me went for the chopping rider night roads rush. And I'm just like, I'm going to chop some. I'll get math, get some giants because I'm Quetzali, because half the tribes were Quetzali, half were Bardur.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, shields and giants. Ha!
Yeah, I've always been more an economy person than chopping. But, I mean, when you get a lot of economy by expanding so fast, it kind of makes me question what I did before.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but when I was exposed to the chopping, it's like, but then I lose a forest tile. Ah! But then, yeah, once I learn, it's like, chop this, 2 stars, chop this, 2 stars, chop this, 2 stars, that, stars, let's go, bush.
Different kinds of people see 2 stars instead of 1 population.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's actually one time where I went against a random person. We were both Bardur, and with a bit of luck from ruins, I got 3 population. I had 2 giants pretty early on. I rushed into a city, and you want to guess what I found?
Forests.
No, right inside the city was a walled defender.
Just a walled defender.
As soon as he saw my 2 giants at his doorstep, he surrendered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, with my SPT alone, I was getting like 16 just from my 2 main cities, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. Well, probably more like 14. Don't want to overestimate accidentally. But yeah, it was pretty high.
It's pretty good for only 2 cities.
Well, I had one and almost another. It was also a completely random person. I pressed random match on Moonrise. Usually you don't get that great of people because better people usually are on Discord.
Yeah, I don't do the random matchmaking because
yeah, I almost never do.
I'm probably facing somebody bad. No offense. 2, they probably will time out forever.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of complaints about people timing out on the random match, and you can't communicate with them. So you can't say, hey, you're timed out in this game. Then you just end up leaving, and it's no point.
Yeah. I mean, you can skip them or kick them, but then you're playing against the bot and it's not exactly the same.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else?
No, I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else really. You asked a lot of good questions.
Well, thank you, and as always, thank you for your time.
Yeah, this was fun. I've never been interviewed before.
Well, now you can say you have.
Yeah, I got interviewed for being a co-leader on a tiny game. Let's go.
There's quite a lot of devoted people. There's even a server for the different
language.
Yeah, that
I
too.
guess it's not devoted people, but I mean, I've seen big games, but polytopian, I like it just how it is.
There's a whole bunch of small niches, yet bigger ones like polychamps.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you very much.
yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
As always, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, share it with others. For the text version, you can join my Discord in the description. I also have a YouTube channel where I play 1v1s and occasionally do tutorials. For my fan mail or interview suggestions, email me at chris.tabe75@gmail.com. That's chris.tabae, the numbers 75. Special thanks to Jay Fur for giving me permission to use one of his songs for the show. You can find a link to the Spotify album in the description. I also couldn't have done this without my team. Seb wrote the questions and double-checked the finished product. Snowgirl assisted with editing the transcript and recording. Marketers are Lux and Front. Cover art done by Electricity and me. That's all for now. See you next week.